A new report shows taxpayers stand to lose more than $2 billion if Ottawa can't build the Trans Mountain pipeline expansion. Kevin Gallagher has more.
As the $4.5 billion Trans Mountain pipeline expansion sits in limbo, the prospect that taxpayers should brace for losses increases by the day.
It's clear that we bought a big risk.
In a report from the Parliamentary Budget Officer, the pipeline project stands to lose $700 million in value each year construction is delayed. And if construction costs rise by 10%, take off another $500 million.
It's like Justin Trudeau went out to buy a house, paid beyond market value, didn't bother to have a home inspection, and has lost money every single day since that purchase.
Trudeau's mistake on the entire energy file is costing Canadians billions of dollars.
Pipeline construction is on hold after a federal court determined the government did not properly consult with some Indigenous communities or account for how increased tanker traffic could affect British Columbia's sensitive southern resident killer whale population.
At this stage, what's important is that we consult, engage with Indigenous people as the Federal Court of Appeal directed us to.
The report also shows the government paid a high price for the risky asset in August when it cut a deal with Texas-based Kinder Morgan.
When you're negotiating with a partner that knows you have no choice, they're going to drive you a very hard bargain. And I think that's what happened here.
No other options because other projects like the Northern Gateway Pipeline in BC and Energy East either lacked government support or were abandoned over uncertainty. And if the expansion project doesn't move forward, the budget watchdog projects the value would plummet by $2 billion. The government still defends the purchase, saying it's in the national interest.
The original owner, Kinder Morgan, bailed on the project, saying political indecision made it too big a risk. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has promised he will get the pipeline expansion from Alberta to Burnaby built. The question still remains, how big a risk is it for taxpayers? Our Abigail Beeman is looking into that tonight. Abigail?
Well, these are big numbers, Donna, talking about overspending by $1 billion, but still so many unknowns that will affect the bottom line. Namely, will this project be built on budget and on time by the end of 2021?
The government bought the Trans Mountain pipeline and its expansion project for $4.4 billion.
It's very likely that construction will be delayed and construction costs will increase.
And Yves Giroux says those two factors are worth a lot. A one-year delay knocks down the project's value by $700 million. A 10% hike in construction costs would mean saying goodbye to $450 million. And a 2% increase in the discount rate, meaning higher risk, would cost $1.3 billion.
They got themselves boxed in, and they went and played Texas Hold'em with a Texas oil company and lost big time.
It's a very risky project to have bought something that nobody else in the private sector wanted to acquire.
The PBO also said if there's no delays within the pipeline being built, then that would be true. But however, we've seen delay after delay.
A federal court decision stalled the plan, ruling the government didn't adequately consult Indigenous groups or consider the impact on marine life. A new report on that is expected next month, but there's no timeline for new Indigenous consultations. Here's what the finance minister said when asked if the pipeline could actually be built by the end of 2021.
At this stage, what's important is that we consult, engage with Indigenous people as the Federal Court of Appeal directed us to.
No answers on a project that, if delayed, could cost Canadians nearly $2 million a day.